I recently watched an interview with Abdel Haleem on The Thinking Muslim, and it was a great interview, and Abdel Haleem should be commended for the tremendous work he's done in translating the Holy Quran. However, I have a real issue with the way the history of the Quran and its translations have constantly been presented in England and America too. And here's the story. Here's what no one is talking about. It's this man. Now, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian claimed to be the Messiah. He caused a lot of furor when he did that. When he died, it was his follower, Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen, who took his place as the leader of the Ahmadi Muslim community. And it was this man, Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen, the first Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya movement, who actually gave the explanatory notes for the first Quran to be published, and somehow he's been completely overlooked in the history of the translation of the Holy Quran. It was in Woking, my hometown, where the Quran was produced. But it started far beyond 1914. We must go back to the inception of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad's community in Qadian. He preached into the West, something nobody was doing at that time. As a researcher, someone who is interested in history, I keep looking to see who else was writing to the Queen, writing to the Theosophist in America. I can't see anyone, to be honest. Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen continued these efforts, and we must place this story, the translation of the Holy Quran, into those efforts and into context. He knew about a mosque in Woking. How he knew is beyond me. He never ventured to England. He sent a helper, Khwaja Kamaluddin, in 1912 to investigate that mosque. Soon that mosque was reopened. He then sent Jod Rifat Isyal, the first Ahmadi missionary, to that mosque. Soon, from this country, my hometown in Woking, soon the translation of the Holy Quran came. This Holy Quran was monumental for many reasons. It presented a detailed commentary. The translation itself was lauded by many. As leader of the Ahmadi Muslim community, he was overseeing the efforts in Woking. He was providing detailed, supplemented notes that Maulana Muhammad Ali used, and he actually did that until his deathbed. If you look at the 1917 translation of the Holy Quran, interestingly, this man, Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen, is mentioned as one of the greatest expositors of the Quran. And of course, his source was Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, his teacher. Now here's the thing, this translation has been overlooked, but it was mass-produced. It was the first major translation of the Holy Quran by a Muslim into English. Why is it that this Quran is completely overlooked? Whenever we talk about the history of the Holy Quran into English, it is pivotal we mention Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen and the efforts from Woking in England. The final point I'd like to say is about the Qurans that followed. If we even read about the translations by Marmaduke Pictor, Abdullah Yusuf Ali, they're heralded as great translations. I understand that. But even commentaries and reviews of those works link back to the Quran of 1917, the notes that were given by Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen. In fact, one Christian missionary said that 1917 Quran is what influenced Marmaduke Pictor, and Marmaduke Pictor's Quran was simply just a revision of that. So I ask, why is no one talking about Maulana Hakeem Noor-ud-Deen in the translation of the Holy Quran?